And we're live. Look at the title.
Oh, what? Donald Trump versus Joe Biden.
A news love story.
That's awesome.
I figured that was a good one.
That's good. I like that.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, we're live from the bunker.
The unsecured, secure location.
Yes. Our favorite place. It's, well, I mean, my favorite place.
I mean, I like it.
It's pretty sweet.
No, check out the sexy knee brace there.
Oh, shit.
It's not really a brace. It's more just compression.
Does it help you?
I like to wear it when I work. It doesn't actually do It doesn't actually do much, but when I work out, I don't know. The extra security makes me feel a little bit safer.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it helps. But
Okay.
I did I did weighted squats for the first time on Monday since I injured it. It went better than expected.
I haven't been back to the gym since my issue.
I'm not gonna divulge, but
Yeah, that was horrible. That was the worst week of my life.
oh, I can fucking imagine.
TMI. I don't really care.
He was full of shit.
I was full of shit. Apparently, I was constipated or backed up, and I didn't even know.
But like clinically.
Yeah, it was not like
it wasn't
right there at the precipice.
It wasn't
was like up in here.
It wasn't like up there.
And then the X-ray showed that I have a loop of intestine over my stomach. Yeah.
Huh.
That's weird.
That's very weird.
Because normally you got stomach and then all the
then you got the.
I have one looping over my stomach, and there's like, that's why you're getting pain in your stomach. And I was like, that's why I thought I was dying, because my stomach was like, I thought it was blowing up. It was my intestine.
I was gonna say don't cut that shit out, but like,
dude,
can they do anything about that without surgery?
They said if you've never had any problems before, then obviously, I was taking a lot of fiber. I would drink enough water though. That's the thing though. But I don't feel like if the medical fiber that you take.
Yeah.
Well, not medical, whatever you want to call it.
The supplement.
If you don't eat enough food, because I was on an extreme crash, and I feel like maybe I wasn't eating enough food to push it out. Maybe I got stuck. I don't fucking know. Like I said, worst week of my life. Worst week.
Yeah, that's kind of what the knee specialist said to me. He was like, if it heals up and it's not bothering you, then no reason to have surgery. Yeah. The big question was how it was going to heal. But from what I can tell, I'd say I'm 90% there.
You're absolutely lucky you looked at both knees.
I know. Because, like, for those of you who don't know, my knees are
shot.
Well, it's not that they're shot, but, like, and you can't even really, I mean, like, I can tell now because, like, it was explained to me, but they protrude out a little bit, which makes so much sense because, like, when I do squats, like, I can do the straight-legged.
You've always been a bit bow-legged.
I mean, a little bit, honestly, because there's a lot of things I don't have to, but like I prefer to. It's more comfortable to do differently. For example, when I do squats, like I can do straight-legged squats,
right?
But it always feels like there's like some pressure on the inside of my knees, and it's just like it doesn't hurt, but it just doesn't. It's not even uncomfortable. Like it feels wrong. Like if I strain this too much, something's going to pop. So I kind of bow out a little bit, not quite 45 degrees, but there, and that's a lot better. So that makes sense. But basically what happened was they took x-rays of both my knees. Normally they would have only taken the x-ray of the injured one. But this is a knee place, so they were like, fuck it, we're going to compare notes.
Yeah.
And he even said, he was like, if we'd only looked at the injured knee, I would have said you needed surgery. But if you look at both of them, they're in the exact same place. So he's like, and judging by the fact that you can walk, like you're limping, but you can walk, like you can put weight on it, and that didn't hurt. Putting the weight on it didn't hurt. The bending it to a certain degree did, which that's just swelling.
Oh, yeah.
Or it can just be swelling. In this case, it was.
Inflammation is a bitch.
Oh, hardcore. And honestly, I think that's what I'm dealing with. I think there's still some internal inflammation, and at this point, it might actually just be muscle, like tightness of the joint.
Is it in the knee? There might be some. My wife had a procedure. They went in and actually cut out certain tissue that gets inflamed more so than.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And it's helped her out.
Oh, I'm sure. But
she also has.
I found at first I was only icing it, but I found massaging, like using a massager on it, actually helped a lot.
Did you get one?
Not like that.
Oh. That thing's
I still
beast.
want one of those. Yeah. I was shocked how much the heated massager helped.
Oh yeah.
Because like, I basically in the space of a day I went from it's safety zone and DDP yoga, but it's child's pose for the traditional yoga. Like I couldn't get down that far, and literally the day after I massaged it, I got down there with no problem. So.
Dodge bullet.
Oh, hardcore! Like I can't believe how lucky I got.
How bad I want one of those right now.
I know, dude.
I don't like Coke. I don't really want one. Like
it's the habit, and that's what's killing me. It's the fucking habit.
Yeah, I haven't had caffeine in like 2 months, and I haven't had a Sprite because I was cheating and drinking Sprites. And
but those don't have caffeine, do they?
No, but the thing is, I was trying to stay away from soda because unnecessary calories.
Yeah.
Like I don't like drinking my calories.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a big man.
I'm doing better, but I'm gonna be on. Today was like a giant fuck Jake day.
So okay, I'm like,
that's what I said.
And, my kids normally do it for me. They'll drive me insane. I'm like, I need a fucking Pepsi.
Hey, the way I see it is, it's better than liquor. Not much better than liquor, but.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, and in some ways it's worse.
The funny thing is that's what I feel like. Some people get stressed out. They go for the drink or the smoke.
Oh, that's the main reason. That's one of the main reasons.
I grab a soda.
That's one of the main reasons why I don't drink, because I know that if I did drink, that would be my go-to.
Well, another thing I've noticed since like 2.5 months without caffeine, I'm not gonna say perfect, but I'm mildly less stressed. Because
I can see that.
Well, because caffeine puts you at a half-life.
Yeah.
Because
Big time.
Only need. I mean, you got to keep drinking it. You
know?
But anyway, so.
Yeah, if we're gonna talk about politics.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about.
Oh, but
news,
I did.
A love story.
If anybody, fucking love that title. But if anybody does want to make it, I want to ask how people felt about the previous episode. Due to circumstances, we did kind of a little interview sort of thing with Ben.
Oh.
Yeah, we did a 2-parter. We did a.
Yeah.
We had to do. Well, we didn't have to do it on that day.
Sick.
But I figured might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because we couldn't do the Down the Middle podcast on Sunday because of WrestleMania. It just didn't make sense to do it while that was going on. And then I was like, well, I want to fill that in, and then I got to do something for the Average Intelligence. Fuck it, I'll just talk to Ben for 2 hours.
He made it seem like you guys, because I talked to him last night, and he made it seem like he did it. You guys did it on all 3, and I was like, holy shit! I was like, his, ours, and then yours, and I was like, oh. But then
no, just
he corrected
the 2.
Himself,
just the 2.
I was like, damn, you guys did 3 hours? And he's like, no.
No, we did a little over 2. Which I was worried I wouldn't be able to. I mean, like, I know we've talked for over 2 hours before. I wasn't sure if like we could keep it going. But
I think if we just had random shit, we had no topic like to talk about, we could go for like 4, 5, 6, 7 hours.
Oh yeah, but nobody wants to see that shit. It's really hard. The bad thing about this shirt, and it's because they sent one that was too big, it's really hard the way it folds. It's really hard to not look fat. It's really hard.
Sit down, you're like...
I mean, basically, but it's because it's so loose that it bunches up in all the wrong spots. Like, it can't, like, bunch up on the shoulders and make them look big. This motherfucker has to...
That's why I wear this tight sweatshirt, to look fat. No, I'm just kidding.
That was the weirdest thing that I didn't discover it, but I learned against my will, was, like, if you have, like, if you think you're a little bit heavier than you want to be, you're tempted to wear baggier clothes. Don't do it.
No, because the thing is, I hate to say, the tighter... you don't have to go
well, not the tighter
tight,
the better, but I mean, wear your size. Because trust me, generally speaking, you're probably not as big as you think you look.
Oh yeah. It's a your self-image in your head, and like, you always appear bigger. To me, I don't think I look that big.
I don't know. I think I'm a fucking whale, but.
No, I just look at the my size, and I was like, yeah, I could stand to lose some weight, and then I was like, I'm 6'2".
There's
I'm a fucking behemoth.
The thing for me that sucks right now though is like, so fun fact, kids, the number 1 neglected muscle group for guys is the back muscles.
Oh, yeah.
The lats and so forth. So funny thing happens when you start working those. They get bigger.
And shirts do not fit.
No. Yeah. So I feel like I'm super fat, but I'm losing weight.
You know, another thing is, though, like, even if your back muscles get bigger, though, like, this is weird, but, like, that chub right there, I have it, too. Once you start, like, losing weight, your shirts, like, your back muscles growing, it will fit tighter, but eventually it will get slimmer again.
Problem is, I still have this and this.
I tell you what, man, like, I've got medium and large shirts up in my drawer, and I know I can fit in them. Not right now.
Yeah.
But I have before. So I'm
I'm super pissed because when I was on a roll, like, I bought shirts, and now, like, they fit, but, like, I'm not wearing them out.
Yeah,
I'm not going to, because I got down to 162, and right now I'm rocking about 182.
162.
Yeah, 162 was my lowest.
I was 12.
Well, yeah, but you're taller than I am. Yeah. My goal weight was 150, but I hit a plateau there. I was like, fuck, I don't know that I'm gonna lose anymore.
Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, when you get down to the nitty gritty, like, you got to lose that last 10 pounds or so. Fuck. I probably would have been better. I probably would have been better off to start focusing more on muscle growth rather than fat loss at that point.
Right. Well, with kids, it makes it hard for me to get into the gym. But the thing is, like, I can work my diet like that. Like, I can restrict calories. I can eat what I need to, eat enough protein and whatnot. But, like, I can't like go to the gym at night, like after they go to bed and whatnot. It's just, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I have the opposite problem. So most days I'm fine, but like if I work late, it fucks my whole. And I'm probably putting too much emphasis on the workouts, but I like working out. Can't help it.
Nothing wrong with that.
So it's like, okay, I don't have time to go home and cook, and I do my best, but some days it's just fuck.
I did my best. Dang cook for anyone else. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so
Anyway,
12 minutes of rambling, which is okay because that's what.
But yeah, I do want to know how you guys felt about the interview style segment, because that's something we can easily do more of, especially if you don't mind it being over Zoom. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Mm-hmm. You'll notice I let Ben do a lot of the talking.
Yeah,
in the interview.
That's the thing. We can. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of how the interview.
It was twofold, because I was like, they've heard me rambling enough, and then.
I think we should do that. Like, you know,
we should get
some other people
guest ski.
That would be pretty cool. All right, so Donald Trump versus Joe Biden, a news love story.
So that's an awesome title, but it does beg the question: exactly what are we getting at? Are we talking about how, like?
It's just clickbait.
Oh, okay. We'll take it.
Dead honest.
Well, no,
we are going to talk about how the media handles both of them.
Well, let's talk about the fact that we're still talking about Donald Trump.
And so is 90% of the media. Anytime anything bad happens, they're still blaming him.
No, I mean, but like, just the ultimate. I was in utter disbelief when they were talking about the border wall and the Biden administration, and they brought up Trump as if anything different was going on. I mean, and I'm just like,
told you so.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, how they're trying to blame him for this and that, but now Biden is going back on the wall and he's wanting to restart the construction.
He hasn't quite gone back.
I mean,
yet.
They might as well fucking just say.
Well, I mean, they are finishing construction in some areas.
And on top of that, Kamala Harris has not been down to the border at all.
Yes, she has not. Neither has AOC.
Yeah, and
she hasn't done her second photo shoot down there.
How many migrant children are being captured? Not captured. I'm sorry. Every day, it's insane. There's like,
I don't even know.
They have like so many right now.
Well, but I will say this though, not in defense of. What's the opposite of in defense of? Like, I don't know, but anyway, so the border wall made the cartel extremely happy.
Why do you say that?
Because now they can charge more, and people have to go to them to cross the border now.
Oh, yeah.
They have to hire coyotes.
And the thing is, they're not at risk because they have to come to them. They get their money.
Exactly. They get their money up front.
Exactly. And you know what? I hate to say it like this. It's a good thing.
No, it's not.
No, that's a good thing for us because the thing is, they still have to smuggle it through. And if they get caught, they're getting caught with tons of stuff, and it's getting taken off the street.
Well, but and I'm talking about just human trafficking, like taking
tough.
people across the border. Okay. No, I don't even mean like sex trafficking. I mean, it's literally human trafficking. Like people are paying them to take them across the border.
It's fucked up either way, but
well, the problem is like a lot of people want. So here's an unfortunate byproduct. So the rates have gone up, and we know this. So now people are paying coyotes to only take their children over, and they're like, we saw the clip. Like, I'm sure everybody out there saw the clip. They're literally just dropping over the wall and being like, adios. Figure it out.
And that's the thing. Like, I know it sounds terrible. Like, I feel for like any child in that thing. Like,
well, yeah, because it's not their fault.
Exactly, it's not their fault, and it's not fair. But I mean, at one point, enough is enough. Like, I mean, we can't do it all. I mean, they have, what are they, like 600% over capacity in those facilities, and yet like they can't, like, I mean,
well, a lot of that
COVID is like
I was gonna say a lot of that has to do with COVID quarantining.
Yeah, but the thing is, they said they're 600% over capacity for COVID restrictions, and it's like I'm throwing that number out there. I think that's what I've heard.
Well, what you're talking, it's a double whammy because they're over capacity because they have to keep people there because they need to quarantine for COVID, and they theoretically have to abide by social distancing and quarantining guidelines. So it's like, yeah, they're way over capacity for COVID. But here's my favorite thing, and I will say it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be in terms of media coverage of this. But it's not so much the volume of reporting, it's the manner in which they're doing it. So, like, the Biden administration is still, to my knowledge, they're still not letting press people inside these facilities.
No.
Could you imagine if Trump had pulled that?
Hell on wheels.
Oh my God, there would have been riots well, not the streets, but there would have been riots and protests outside of these facilities, and AOC would be right there in front.
I don't understand
doing a photo shoot.
I don't understand how the people like that voted for him aren't like seeing this. Like, they're still blinded.
They're turning a blind eye.
And I'm just like, look, I get it. You hated Trump. That's fine. You literally hated Trump, so you.
Well, but again, we talked about that. It's like, is voting for Biden because you hate Trump really a good
reason?
Yeah, like, are you? I always say you're better off research some third parties, because here's the thing: if you vote for the lesser of two evils, you're still going to get something evil.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, and again, not everybody agrees with me on this, but from a moral standpoint, I'm in the camp of like, yeah, even if the world burns, at least I didn't have a hand in it.
All right.
It might burn slower. It might burn slower because the lesser of two evils got in, but at least I didn't contribute.
I know. Well, there was certain reasons why I did not vote for Jorgensen. Obviously, I've already told you that, but
did you vote for Trump?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, but see, to my mind, there were like, if you all remember, like, I was seriously considering. I feel I still, honestly, and
I'll get
crucified. I'll get crucified for this. I think Trump would have been a better choice than Biden. He's not He's not even a good choice. But between the two of them, I think Trump would have been the better choice.
Policy.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's strictly policy. And let's be honest here. If it hadn't been for COVID, Trump would have won.
Absolutely.
Trump would have won that election because the economy was, and here's the thing, the economy is still growing despite COVID. Like, yeah, it took a dip, but that was an artificial dip caused by the lockdowns and all that. And even when the lockdowns were going on, the economy was still on an upward trajectory.
Because of Amazon and all those other fat cats that got fucking filthy rich, which is okay.
Oh, hardcore.
Because I'm definitely pro-capitalism.
Yeah, well, I'll put it to you this way, and there's a reason for this. I know quite a few people that live in Canada, and two of them actually told me, two people I know in Canada were actually telling me that they were getting things they ordered on Amazon in like 2 to 4 days, and stuff they ordered locally in Canada was taking 2 weeks. Explain this to me. Like, this makes no sense to me whatsoever. It didn't make any sense to them, and it was so funny because literally before the pandemic, like, everybody I knew in Canada were like proud little mini socialists. They weren't really socialists, but they were kind of definitely more on the left. And now, like, a vast majority of them are like, I'm voting conservative in the next election in Canada, and I'm like, really? They're like, because this is bullshit.
Canada is sketchy right now. Anyway.
Well, they're kind of okay. So
Trudeau's. Whew. I want to get started on him.
Yeah, don't get me started on that fucking idiot. Excuse me.
I gotta sit straight up. So
can you say humankind, not mankind?
You know.
And by the way, we're a beacon of tolerance, but I dressed up in blackface twice.
And see, that's the thing, though. It's like people should just get over that stuff. Like, but the thing is, like, you can't call. That's the reason they get called out is because everyone else does it. You know, it's like just stop.
Well, I agree. Like
people dress up.
Like I understand it was 20 years ago,
Halloween
but here's the thing: this is the same motherfucker.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
That's out there, you know, calling other people out. That's why it's such a big deal. And you notice that disappeared.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which I'm shocked with the large.
What is his party?
He's part of the. I can't remember if it's the Labour or the Liberal Party in Canada, but it's one of the lefter leaning.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I have no.
I want to say I want to say it's the Liberal Party because I know the Labour Party's in England, but I can't remember if it's in Canada too. But it's like a couple steps away from. How you doing, comrade? Eh?
Doing just fine, eh? You want to go to the store and get me some pepperoni?
Ah, fuck, comrade.
Oh, Canada.
Our home and native land.
Makes me want to watch that 70s show.
You know, that's where I learned the Canadian National Anthem for the first time.
From that show?
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, that is actually the Canadian National Anthem. They're just cool. Like, I don't mind it.
Yeah, but those kids knew it. And I was like, man, that's the difference between kids nowadays and kids then. It's like, I know, but...
They lived in Wisconsin, though.
Oh, yeah.
They're right up there, don't you know?
Oh, sons of bitches. I've been watching this guy on YouTube camping. It's awesome. It's got his name's Steve Wallace, I think, and his segment's called Camping with Steve. And
oh my god!
He literally just camps everywhere in fucking Canada, and it's awesome. Like,
Canada's got some wild.
Well,
places to go.
Where was he camping? He was campering. He was he called it hunkering down, but like that's why I said campering. But he was camping behind a welcome to a city thing, and it was I don't know, and he just I don't know. See, I've been watching some Canada people. I don't know. It was just really cool, and then he like cooks a meal outside. I'm boring.
Yeah, speaking of boring, this will bore everybody.
$300 worth of fucking camping equipment just from watching this guy.
No, this will bore you, but it's actually a really cool channel, and I cannot remember it for the life of me. But he's on YouTube, and they go through, and I know they build buildings, and they basically make a bunch of stuff, including buildings and houses, using like colonial era techniques and even books. So I remember they built the one that I saw that I liked the most was they built this lodge using guidelines from a book written by George Washington, only using tools and materials from that time. Fuck, it took forever.
That seems like the Indian guys that you end up watching at 3 a.m. You know,
that's crazy.
That stuff is insane. And their titles are always like kind of like broken English, which is okay because obviously they're not English or they don't. I don't know. Anyway, but like their titles are like hidden pool in house or something like that.
And I'm like,
and I'm sitting here, thing in the fucking ground.
And I'm sitting here wanting to call bullshit because like the first strong gust of wind, the fucking thing falls over. But apparently not.
No, a lot of theirs are underground.
They that's true. That's true.
Underground swimming pool. But anyway, Joe and Trumpy.
Well, yeah, but what I was saying.
Yeah, you had a reason.
Yeah, and we're slowly getting better at this, by the way. That's one thing that going through and making the clips has helped me is like we're getting better at keeping the topic up. Like we still do the occasional aside, but like just now I wanted to go 3 different directions, but I'm like, no, we'll save it. Save it for another episode. But like what I was saying is there were a lot of really good reasons to vote for Trump. I cannot think of, I mean, unless you believe in those left-wing policies, but even if you do, there were much better choices than Joe Biden. I cannot think of a good reason to vote for Joe Biden other than beating Trump.
That was it.
And that's what I mean every time I say Biden will be a transitional president. And don't get me wrong, I think there's a strong possibility he'll serve 8 years unless he really fucks up, which may be. He might.
He already is.
Yeah, but I mean, but let's be real. They're gonna forgive a lot. Like he's gonna have to really fuck up.
Yeah,
like he's gonna have to start a war.
Well, I mean,
well, and then I say that
Russia. I mean,
he's
already pissing them off.
Well, yeah, but Trump was pissing them off too. But
yeah, I know, but it was different. Like,
yeah,
I feel like they knew Trump would negotiate.
But which is ironic because part of the reason they were willing to negotiate with Trump so much is because he didn't. Because this sounds counterintuitive, but it's something I've learned over the past 2 years is, and Jordan Peterson says it best, you can't negotiate with anyone if you're not willing to tell them to go to hell. Because if anybody can pick up on the idea that you need this more than they do, they've already won. So you have to, in order to negotiate anything, you have to be willing and able and ready to say, okay.
Fuck off.
Not even fuck off. Like, I mean, literally, you have to be willing to say fuck off.
Yeah.
But you also have to be willing to walk away. Like, it's number one rule of shopping for a car. You have to be willing to walk out the door.
Yeah, people don't get that, and then salesmen don't either. Like,
yeah.
I'm not hating on them because I've been a salesman several times, and I kind of still am. But,
sorry for that. So everybody heard the burp that I was trying to keep quiet. Because I heard it in the headphones. I was like, oh.
Oof. But
yeah, it's funny because I'm in sales and I've started doing this like within the last couple, or I started doing it more, I should say, because sometimes it's unavoidable. Like I've never, well, that's not true. I have told a customer to go fuck himself once, but that was after the sale.
Go fuck yourself. You already paid for the shit.
Well, but I mean, not really, but that's a story for another day. But what'll happen is, people come in, and in my line of work, everybody's looking for, not everybody, but most people are looking for a deal. And it's like, especially right now, like the price of building materials is going up. So we've had price increases. And again, people forget, like, I'm in this industry. Like, I know what's going on. And I know for a fact, like, you will not get this stuff any cheaper.
I just thought about this, but I almost feel kind of bad for insurance companies right now. Because the thing is, if they have to replace someone's, like...
they're telling people 6 months to a year.
Well, I don't even mean that. I'm not talking, like, the contractors, but, like, the material alone.
That's what I mean. That's why they're telling people.
But those bitches had in 2018 they had a $900 billion plus surplus. That's not counting the money they spent to.
They're gonna offset
$900 billion profit.
Yeah, they're gonna offset it with higher premiums on renewals and whatnot.
But it's insane. It's like insurance is like fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm so glad I'm not in insurance. But anyway, what I was saying is.
I liked it.
Yeah, but you were more roofing, less I mean, you dealt with insurance.
2018, yeah. But the thing is, like, it was. Yeah, you're right.
You dealt with insurance a lot, though.
Yeah, too much. They're fucking greedy bitches too.
Yeah, but I mean it's insurance.
Like, where's my O&P, bitch? For anyone who doesn't know, it's overhead and profit that goes straight to the contractor. Anyway, let's get back to.
But so basically what I was saying is, like, I know for a fact, especially right now, I can, depending on what you go with, I can get you a kitchen in 1 to 2 weeks. Nowhere else can do that. I know this for a fact. And, I mean, I'm sure some places can, but good luck finding them.
You guys also build your own.
Yeah.
So that makes a big difference.
Yeah,
cabinetry, fishers.
Yeah. So, I mean, good luck. So I've literally had people come in. And it drives my business partner nuts, but I've been right like 99% of the time. He's like, did you put a discount on that? I'm like, no, why would I? Well, we want them to buy. I'm like, I understand that, but they're going to buy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, let them go shop.
You gotta, exactly, because the thing is, if you guys know you have a good product and it's cheaper, and then
it doesn't even have to be cheaper. It's not. It doesn't even have to be. It usually is, but it doesn't have to be, because here's the thing.
They're gonna feel the quality in this.
Well, and here's the thing, and I tell people this all the time. I tell them, I'm like, go to the box stores, touch it, feel it. But ask them if you can take pictures of it, and sometimes they won't let you. It depends on where you go, but.
Can take pictures of it?
Because the show models are not what you're buying.
Oh.
They're souped up to the 9. However, everything in my showroom is right out of the inventory. It's the same shit.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I tell people. It's like, yeah, this is exactly what you're going to be getting, if not better.
Well, if XRP takes off, then I'm going to be hitting you up for a kitchen.
Do it.
Anyway, so...
Yeah, but if XRP takes off, shit. I'm hoping my only problem is that I didn't invest more.
I finally
got jumped on the train
into XRP crypto, which anybody who knows about it, it's doing phenomenal right now. Yeah, and
that's not wood.
So is Doge. Yeah, I know, right?
There you go.
So is Dogecoin. But like Dogecoin's just a meme stock. But the thing is, Elon Musk said something about that too, and it just shot up. And right now it's shooting up again. But anyway, this is not that type of. I mean, honestly, we could probably talk about that eventually.
Yeah, we can do another Wall Street after we clean.
If I become a millionaire,
if we clean house, we will tell you how we did it.
yeah, exactly. You know, and then be like, yeah, so this is what we did to pay off our houses.
Yeah, well, suffice it to say, I looked at it and I was just like, okay, it's projected to go here within a year, but even if it gets to here, I'll still have done well. So
exactly. And then the thing is, if you hold it for a year, the capital gains tax, which a lot of people forget when they're playing in the stock market and crypto. It's like, dude, come on. Pay attention to the tax because you're going to be like, why did I have to spend so much? And it's like, because you didn't hold it for a year. But I've got a lot of tax credit, so we're good.
Yeah, but then my philosophy with that is the same as I have with gambling, which pisses people off. Because I've only been to a casino once, and I won within 10 minutes. And I was done.
I won my first time going to the casino, and then I went one more time, and I lost it all, and I was like, I'm not going back. And I didn't.
Well, no, it was funny because I went in there with $20, and then I was on slots for like 10 minutes. Then I won 150, and I'm like, I'm done. I hadn't even cleared my $20 yet. I think I'd spent like about 10. So I was like, and everybody's like, oh no, you got to keep going. I'm like, no, I literally like, it's not gonna happen.
Well, see, that's when you cash out the 150, take your $10, put it back in, and then play with the $10.
But see,
if you lose it, you lose it.
I'd rather keep the $10. Because I know what the roundabout what the statistics are, and like I just beat the house. Like I just beat the odds.
Ben Shapiro.
I just beat the house.
It's okay.
Which I want to apologize for my Ben Shapiro impression. It wasn't that great.
What do you mean?
Oh right.
What do you mean you're Ben Shapiro?
Just now, totally. Because I didn't impersonate him on this show ever. He was actually here.
See, the thing is, when it comes between the difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden in the media. Obviously, fucking they treat Joe Biden like he's a golden child. I'm just gonna point that out. I don't know why the fuck I keep looking at ourselves right there instead of the camera. I'm sorry. I probably look like I'm like. Anyway.
How does that again?
So basically, that's all this video is about. We're just gonna probably bullshit a little bit, but it's okay.
They're gonna click on it and be like, "The fuck are they talking about crypto?"
I mean, we might as well just put random.
And in the spirit of random thoughts, crypto is Superman's dog.
Son of a bitch.
Tie that shit together.
So, I'm lost.
No, we'll circle back to the Trump Biden thing.
We'll circle back to you.
Well, what I was meaning too, I said earlier that the media coverage hasn't been as bad as I thought because I called it. I said they're going to treat Biden like he can do no wrong. And they are actually saying, now the government is not letting us into these buildings. And some people are talking negatively about it, but it's a totally different tone.
Yeah.
No one has outright, nobody on the left or obviously on the right side of the media.
Is that Fox News that has been asking Jen Psaki tough questions?
I think so.
I mean, obviously, I would assume it is. But
I think maybe the Blaze.
I don't know his name. Are they in there?
Blaze I don't know.
I don't think they.
I think they are now.
Really?
Oh yeah, they jumped up.
Good for them.
They're like legit media now.
Yeah, well they still like I liked them for a little bit, but then they just started doing the clickbaity. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't Blaze Media. Sorry, it was another small YouTube channel. Well, not small, but million.
Talking about InfoWars.
No, I'm not gonna put the name out there.
I want Alex Jones in the next White House.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. So, Mr. President. What do you
Oh no! Even with the press,
even
with the press secretary.
Oh my God!
I would pay to see that.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like she just like never answers a question.
Which again, I want to point this out. Her first day on the job, she flat out lied on live television, and nobody's talking about it. Well, I say nobody, but of course the more right-leaning media, like obviously Ben Shapiro was all over it. I'm sure InfoWars and I'm sure Fox News were all over it. But
the thing is, like, that's a small factor now because, like, apparently America's 85% liberal.
Well, but again, so like, and this wasn't even that long ago. So it used to be.
Centrist think central.
Well, here's what it used to be, and I remember when this was the case: is everybody knew MSNBC was on the left, like they knew.
Yeah.
This is my left. I don't know if it's the camera's left, but and then you had Fox News on the right. CNN was probably about here. They were mostly in the middle. They had a little bit of a left lean, but not. It wasn't to the point where I would say they were always biased. There might have been a personality here and there, but then just over time they keep going further and further to the left. And I think Trump's presidency kind of cemented that. Like, they went full.
Yeah, because if you really think about it, like, we've been watching the news for years.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't that bad until Trump came into office. Like, it was not good. But the thing is, like, all of a sudden they just straight lefties and straight just smear campaigns.
Which I really don't have so much of a problem with CNN being left. I just wish they were honest about it. Because, I mean, let's be real. Well, Fox News kind of dropped the whole, like, fair and unbiased, because, like, we know Fox News leans right. Like, it's obvious. We know. So just stop lying about it. And, you know, Ben Shapiro say like, here at the Daily Wire, we are conservative. We are going to give you a conservative perspective. Like, point blank.
And that's appreciated. Because if you're going to be honest about it.
Well, and there's this misconception that the news has always been, you know, unbiased. And historically speaking, that's...
very wrong.
Well, the first newspapers in the country, before it was a country, were extremely, you know, divisive. Like, not divisive. They were partisan, I guess, was what.
Because
and they made no bones about it, because like you would have like the Conservative Review or the Federalist. There were tons of papers and pamphlets, and you knew exactly what their biases were, and everybody was okay with it.
They wanted their truth.
It's not even so much their truth, like, because I mean, you can look at almost any situation and you'll have a differing perspective. Take the border crisis, for example. You know, you can look at it from a left viewpoint and being like, well, you know, the previous infrastructure didn't do a good enough job of preparing it, which arguably they didn't, but neither did the administration before that, because the government sucks at everything. It doesn't matter who's in power.
That's like absolutely true. Sorry.
Or as Ron Swanson would say, the government is not good at anything.
I have never seen anything with him.
It's worth it.
Except for The Founder. Which, have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Oh, Nick Offerman was in The Founder.
Yeah. And that's legit one of my favorite movies.
It's good.
It is insanely good.
And I will tell you that
I can't get anyone to watch it. I mean,
it's so good.
I told my wife, I'm like, dude, you need to watch this movie.
It's so good.
It's like, she just thinks it's like a documentary or something stupid like that. And I'm like, dude, no, it's a great movie.
It's a really good movie. But fun fact, though, so if you've ever worked at McDonald's, I don't know if they still have this, but at least at the one I worked at, they had a computer downstairs in the break room, and there were a couple of things you could do. Like, they weren't so much games, they were just training tools. Mm-hmm. But one of the things they had was they had a video archive of, like, instructional videos, but one of them was a history of the company, and I ate that shit up.
Oh, yeah.
Because I fucking watch historical documentaries for fun. So, like, I knew who Ray Kroc was, and I knew all this shit, and I'm like, okay, what are they going to get right? It's like, yep, he was selling shakes, and then this one place kept buying them, and he went to, like, they got it pretty much dead on. Like,
I didn't know he was so old when he first started. And then what didn't make any sense to me was how he ended up stealing old boy's girl. And I was like, dude, she's like really good looking.
I didn't know about that,
but he's an old fart. You know, I'm like, what the hell is this?
He's an old fart with money. That's how Trump got laid.
Oh, that was a good one.
You know, we're all disgusting tonight.
Yeah, it's okay. Anyway, so...
Well, yeah, nobody wants to admit it, but he's an old dude with money, so he's gonna get...
Trump's been with Melania for what? Over 10 decades.
Yeah, but Trump's in his 70s.
That's true.
And that fucks with my head.
You know what? Cobra Kai. Ralph Macchio
is now older than Pat Morita was.
As shit, but the motherfucker looks like he's in his 40s.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember watching him on The Karate Kid, and he was 20-something. I
think it was 20 on the first one.
Yeah, but he looks so young.
Well,
he said that in an interview.
Yeah, he was set up to begin with because honestly, like, dude's 20 and legit looks and sounds like he's 14.
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm scared.
See, we can't even do it. I can't get my voice that high.
I'm scared. Anyway.
And wasn't I could be wrong here? Wasn't no, I think Billy Zabka was a little bit older, but I think he was like 21. Or maybe they were the same age. I don't know.
Roughly. Maybe.
I don't know.
But I mean, he doesn't really look that old. He just got some wrinkles.
No.
And honestly, I think he's a better fighter.
Well, he trained longer.
Oh.
Like Billy Zabka legit trained after the Karate Kid was over.
I'll tell you
he trained in Tang Soo Do, which is actually what Cobra Kai is based on in the Cobra Kai series. Like
Johnny Lawrence was not the bad guy. I don't think he really was, honestly.
I think there was fault in both parties.
I agree. It's a damn bias in them.
I think my favorite meme ever, though, is the one, you know, the memes that run around always.
Send it to the internet.
Well, that's good. No, the running gag where like they change dialogue in a movie and then it just cuts to the end credits.
No.
So, okay, so they do this a couple ways, but in this one, it's the beach scene in The Karate Kid where they have their first fight. And Daniel's like, hey, man, sorry, I didn't know she was your girl and you were on the rocks, you know, this, that, and the other. And it cut. And then the next frame is Johnny Lawrence, and he's like, it's cool, man. I'm glad we resolved this, you know, with like, I'm glad we resolved this civilly with words. And then it just cuts to the end credits of The Karate Kid.
Oh, shit. Have you seen the, this is not Karate Kid or anything like that, but the horror, like, they've been turning, like, funny movies into horror movies?
Yes.
Do you see Happy Gilmore?
Yep. Actually, you shared that, and I was like, oh, this I gotta see. And I'm like...
That was so funny.
That is hilarious.
They did so good. And Shooter was the good guy.
Loved it.
Shooter! We're gonna go to the Sizzler! You know?
Jackass!
Oh, it's not the Sizzler. I was gonna say, I'm gonna be in Panama City Beach. I probably shouldn't say. It don't matter. I'm gonna be in Panama City Beach in May, the first week of May, and they have a Shoney's. You remember Shoney's?
What?
Yeah, right there. I know I'm excited about being fat about a buffet, but hey,
I drove by a Shoney's heading down to Alabama, and I was like, the fuck?
There's a couple of. They're actually littered down south, but like,
yeah.
Up north, we got fucked out of a lot of shit.
Yes, we did. We also
got out of Sirloin Stockade, which was fantastic.
We also got fucked out of a place called Slim Chicken that's more of a West.
Slim Chicken?
Oh, it is fucking amazing.
Slim Chicken.
It is good.
Slim Chicken? Or was it just like grilled chicken?
No, they do like all kinds of chicken, but mostly their wings are...
Oh, I am a wing connoisseur.
And they have a strawberry lemonade that is fucking amazing.
I do love strawberry lemonade.
Is good.
This is good.
I need to go back.
Where's it at?
The one I went to was in Missouri.
Oh, Missouri.
Missouri.
No, that was Mommy Dearest. I was gonna say no more wire hangers. That's the chick that broke the dude's freaking ankles. Oh, what's the actor's name? Have you seen that movie?
Are you talking about Misery or Mommy Dearest?
Technically both, but Misery.
I always forget her name. She played Molly Brown in Titanic. She's been in so much. I always forget her name.
No, not her. The actor, the male actor. He's popular. I don't remember. I can't remember his name.
Who was that? I can't remember.
He's very popular. I
Google, help us.
Google it.
We should have one of these. Oh no, we can't have Chink and Crowder on the show. They would kill each other.
I don't think that would work.
No, there's a tone issue.
Yeah, and we've already had to switch locations, so we don't.
Yeah, we're gonna be very careful with our guests from now on.
I think I am going to when hopefully materials go back down to fucking normal person price. I am going to right here in the other part of the bunker. I'm gonna actually build the room.
You almost said the word.
What did I say? What?
I can't say it on the air. You're under this multiplication.
Yeah, fucking dudes. No, shit. Oh shit! I better just hush. Hush. I don't want anyone to know. See, I'm still looking over there. I'm gonna put up a big sign that says "Look here."
Have you seen the?
I've not seen that.
I don't know if it's picture. I think there's a video, but I've seen pictures of it of the people coming to the border and they're wearing the "Biden Let Us In" T-shirts.
Yeah.
Explain to me where the fuck they. Actually, I know where they got those. This is a rhetorical question. Explain to me where the fuck those came from.
Now look. That's a smear campaign right there.
El Cartel.
That is nothing to do with these people. That they were just told this, and
oh, I know.
And the thing is, these people aren't doing that on purpose. But someone's trying to smear Joe Biden, and I do not like taking up for him. But still, that's what it is.
It's the fucking cartel.
I feel horrible for Joe Biden every time I see him. Like try to walk up a flight of stairs. No, Granted, that's a lot of fucking stairs, and the dude's old.
Dick, move. But yeah, well, and I always make the comment, too. I always, like, every time a president leaves office, with the exception of Trump, because he didn't serve his 8 years, but every time a president leaves after serving 8 years, you always compare what they looked like when they got in.
Barack
and they
Obama.
just, oh, dude, I felt... You know who I felt the worst for was George W.
You know, he gets a lot of flack, man.
He just looked so tired. Like, honestly, like, I remember watching that inauguration, he looked just... Like,
I'm exhausted.
I bet he went back to the hotel and just crashed.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Like, if I bet he slept for 2 weeks straight.
I liked him the best in Harold and Kumar.
Which again,
Who smokes weed?
Like he made some mistakes, but like let's look at his presidency. Like he gets a controversial win. Almost immediately, September 11th happens. Like almost immediately, well, not almost immediately, within the first year.
Well, I mean, you can compare that to Trump's presidency.
Yeah, a certain extent.
He was doing extremely well for the first 3 years, and then
COVID. And again, the economy was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
When he got in.
And they're definitely. I mean, we'll probably.
And then at the end of his towards the end of his presidency, there was an economic depression, and it had nothing to do with him. It had absolutely nothing to do with him.
Yeah, and then they did he pass the stimulus, the first one?
Yes, which Obama got credit for.
Yeah. And
kind of like how Joe Biden's going to get credit for the COVID relief when the first two were put through.
And a lot of people are putting, but a lot of people are putting the credit for Joe Biden for the vaccine. I'm sorry, I'm not going to call it. What would you call something?
It's a vaccine.
Anything that doesn't eradicate it, I just don't consider that a vaccine. Like,
well, because what they're doing is they're actually they're skipping a step. They're not putting a weakened version of the virus in you. They're going ahead and giving you the antibodies.
Oh, and by the way, there are.
As far as I understand.
Actually, from what I understand, it was something to do with. Was it not proteins? Was it proteins? Or no? What do they call it? It's something weird, like sharp. I was listening to it and I was like, this is science.
It's actually really cool.
Yeah, but because the thing is, it actually supposedly helps with just sickness in general. I was like,
yeah, that's what
that's kind of scary.
Well, because
we don't want an I Am Legend. I can fix this.
Frank, the fuck you doing out here, Frank?
It's such a good movie.
You know what? The book's even better. And I know everybody says that, but here's the thing about the book. I
didn't know there was a book.
It's based on a book. The book was written in the 50s, and they actually used the phrase
American.
And they actually used the phrase Muhammad man instead of Muslim. I know, it's hilarious.
Okay.
Well, it was written in the 50s, and spoiler alert, because I'm going to ruin this for you. The difference and the reason, because the title in the movie doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It makes perfect sense in the book, because what happens is he's legitimately the last human being, at least in his general area. And the zombie creatures have created their own society. And he's been hunting them. So they catch him and they execute him for basically crimes against humanity.
Oh.
So that's what I Am Legend is talking about. He became the legend.
The funny thing is, I Am Legend reminds me of an old movie with Charlton Heston.
Are you talking about
Omega Man?
Oh no, I haven't seen Omega Man.
Yeah, dude, that was a good movie. But the thing is, it was similar. It was similar, but the thing is, like, people were like, they had to live underground. They caught a certain virus or something like that, and then some people were.
It might have been based on I Am Legend because that sounds.
I think it was, but because the thing is, there's people underground, and like when he saw them, they were just super pale, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's Whitey from Me, Myself, and Irene."
Oh my God. While we're talking about Charlton Heston movies, do you remember Soylent Green?
It's people!
Soylent Green is made of people! Spoiler alert again. Soylent Green is made of people. Did you know that there is... It's not a supplement company, but it's basically like they make their own protein shakes and stuff. And they're called Soylent. I'm not making this up. And they sell it at Walmart. And here's the funny thing. So
ain't buying it.
But here's the funny part. So thankfully they don't name their products the colors, but they do have all the colors from the movie. So they have Soylent Red, Soylent Blue, Soylent Yellow. And their newest flavor is Soylent I think green. It's mint chocolate is the flavor, but it's green. And I'm just looking at this website and I'm like, somebody's got to know. Like their marketing person has to know.
Their marketing person is like fucking definitely in the know. He's just like
I say he, but they have to know. They have to know because that is just too big of a coincidence. It's spelled the same. They have all the colors from the movie. They have more because they have a Soylent Brown too. And like every time I pass it, I'm just like. I look at the ingredients and I'm just like, if there's anything that seems dicey.
I mean, just think about it with the way it's going. Like, and even in the Matrix, when people died, they liquefied them and fed them intravenously to everybody.
Yep.
So, I mean, just saying, dude, I had an epiphany moment today. I was driving to my parents in Shirley, Indiana, and I was literally out in the middle of nowhere. Like, mind you, out in the middle of nowhere, my kids are in the backseat, they're playing on their tablets, and I turn right on this road. There's a big, like, field, and I don't know if it was whatever kind of crop, but I couldn't see around the corner. I literally turned the corner. Shit you not, same vehicle as mine, and black. Exact same one. And I literally just think to myself, I'm like, we live in the Matrix. We live in the Matrix.
Because the black cat all over again.
Yeah, and I was like, that's bizarre, because I was like, if you think about it, if you own a vehicle, like did you ever play Grand Theft Auto, any of them?
Yeah.
Okay, when you drive a certain vehicle in that game, you see more of that vehicle. And yeah. I know it's because, you have a vehicle, so you see that, but it's like, structured that way in the program. I swear to God, any vehicle you ever get, just wait, like you'll be turning a corner. Oh.
So you know what that is actually. This is actually it's fascinating because the same thing happens with TV shows and movies and things. It's what happens is our brains are so incredible and fucked up at the same time. So we have, as a species, we have a knack for pattern recognition. Mm-hmm. Literally to the point that sometimes we will see shit that is not there. Like it looks like something, but that's why like when
I got up close, it said terrain.
Well, I know, but that's what I mean. That's why like when you're a kid and you hear rattling on your window and branches look like a hand, your brain goes there because it's like, oh, that looks like a hand, it must be a hand, and the sound goes with it. You recognize the pattern. But what'll happen is I don't remember what the psychological term is, but I always just call it familiarity bias. So it's like if you've never driven or if you've never heard of a Tesla before, chances are when one drives by you won't even notice it. Like you won't even pay attention. But when you know what the brand is, every time you see it, you're like, oh, Tesla, oh, Tesla, oh, Tesla. Because like the first time I saw Fiats, I'm sure I'd seen them before, but then I walked by a dealership and I was like, the fuck is that ugly thing? And then I started seeing them all the time.
You're like, Fiat?
Yeah, no, I think the first time I pronounced it was Fiat, but it's Fiat. It's Italiano.
That's okay. For the longest time, I couldn't say Canada.
Canada?
Canadans.
But I mean, that happens. So like, I'm trying to think of another example.
It had nothing to do with any impediments, FYI. It was just my brain wouldn't work right.
I'm trying to think of a good. and you can't attribute this to the internet because the internet literally learns about your behavior. So the first time you search for something, you get, and like I got a really eerie thing. So I didn't even search online for a knee brace. I did not look for a knee brace, but I'm getting ads for knee braces.
That's Google listening, dude.
Well, what it is
I had searched Amazon right now and a knee brace pop up.
Probably. Let me know, because if that happens, I will be legitimately freaked out. What happened though is I Googled, like knee specialists, and it's now starting to. Probably he's gonna check.
Oh, I'm checking.
But yeah, familiarity bias. So basically, once you become aware of something, you'll start seeing it more and more. Or it's not that you'll see it more, but you'll recognize it when you do see it.
It's not really the ads on Amazon, or it's not Amazon that really does it. It's the ads on Facebook.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I think that's where I saw it. It was either that or on Instagram.
Like, if I scroll a little bit, let's see. If I see a knee brace, I'm like, what the fudge? No, I'm just seeing video games, which is cool.
Yeah. But yeah, you can't judge it on the internet. But like, I'm trying to think of a good example, and I can't right now. But it's whatever. Something will come to me. The car one is the one that I usually point to because that's what most people can attest to. It's like, oh, I just bought a Hyundai Elantra, and now I see them everywhere. But it's like probably before you bought it, you didn't even know the damn thing existed, so it just didn't click.
I think speaking of Teslas, I've been seeing a lot of videos online of people buying them and then going to the gas station.
Just old habit.
How do you not know it's a fucking
habit.
Electric car?
Habit.
I know it's habit, but no, this lady was like, "Oh, I didn't know. I just bought it," and I'm like,
"Oh, what do you mean? Well, that's just dumb. Like that's implied in the name."
Yeah, Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla was all about gasoline. Let me tell you.
Speaking of Tesla, Elon Musk. Let's go, dude. Come on. XRP to the moon.
Buy that shit.
Oh, shit.
Well, because here's did they give any indication? Well, I guess they only put in that motion to dismiss yesterday.
Well, they won some small victories.
Yeah, and that's why they put the motion to dismiss the case.
Yeah, because the thing is, they were the SEC was trying to label XRP as a security and not they're a crypto. Like they even like came out and they won their small little tiffs.
Well, and the crazy part is they're trying to do this based on some law from World War II.
XRP is?
No, the SEC.
SEC's corrupt as shit.
Well, so here's the thing though. I'm wondering why they're targeting, because it seems to me, and granted this is based on limited knowledge, but it seems to me like they're really going after these guys, and I cannot figure out for the life of me why.
I don't know, but the thing is, XRP is in many other countries and they're deregulated. So the thing is, like, they don't need America. Like they would be fine without it. But the thing is, we're gonna make them huge.
They'd be fine without it, but I mean, if they were able to operate as a cryptocurrency in the U.S.,
exactly.
They would. It's worth their while to be able to.
And that's exactly why they're fighting for it.
Yeah, which I get totally.
Oh yeah.
Well, not only that, if you think about it,
plus how they operate.
Well, think about the majority of the banking industry. At least has a foot here, if it's not, centrally. Like, I'd be like right here alone. You've got J.P. Morgan Chase, you've got Wells Fargo, you've got, and now I'm drawing blank, Citibank, PNC, the big guys, and then you got all the credit unions and whatnot, and which really need this because if you have a coin like that, transaction fee is so ridiculously low. It's basically
0.0001.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, the transactions are instantaneous, like no waiting,
Yeah, which is worth its weight in gold in the banking industry.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, so it's like, look, people will jump on it because it's gonna explode, and you're gonna get left behind.
Well, and a lot of people haven't even talked about this part, but I would imagine there's a high degree of fraud protection since the transactions are instantaneous.
This is gonna make a good clip.
Yeah, this is gonna make a great one. Buy XRP.
XRP, now, buy. But the only problem you're going to have is that you didn't buy more. I literally texted that to him the other day.
Yeah, and no, don't worry, I got the reference.
Oh, I know he did.
I read it in Jordan Belfort's voice.
Belfort's voice or...
No, Jordan Belfort.
On the movie?
Well, Jordan Belfort on the movie.
Okay.
But he was acting like Jordan Belfort.
I mean, he did an okay thing.
Most definitely. But the other thing we should tell the people is where they can buy it, because you cannot buy it on Coinbase.
No.
That was frustrating.
Uphold, I believe you can buy it on...
Yes.
I don't think you can buy it on Binance. There are something.
I can't remember. One or two. I bought mine on Uphold, and he was so happy.
Yeah, he sent me the picture, and I was like, "Listen here, dude."
Well, what sucked is the damn thing kept crashing.
Yeah.
When I was trying to buy.
Well, the reason being is because a lot of people are buying.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the entire app was crashing, but I imagine, a lot of people, because that's why I jumped on, because I was gonna wait, and I'm like, you know what?
Signed up. So how many other people signed up at the exact same time?
Exactly. How many people did you text?
Just you. No one else will listen. But I mean,
he's like sitting at the board. He's like, it's gonna blow up.
I've almost tripled my money in it so far. So
yeah, but you got in when it was super low.
Yeah, 25 cents, and then now it's $1.70. Well, it's $1.80 right now.
I think it closed. Well, it doesn't
close. That's the thing.
Last time I looked at it, it was $1.80.
Look at the how it fluctuates at night when everyone's asleep is when it's gaining money because no one's selling.
Well, not only that, it's on the overseas markets too.
That's true.
Depending on where you are, but yeah, you're right. It's like
I didn't think about that. That's true. So honestly,
well, that's like anymore. Like the stock exchange used to close. Like it kind of closes here, but
the stock exchange does. It closes at 4
p.m. But it's not that it's not like it's not open in the rest of the world.
That's true.
So depending on what you're into, you might.
Mine doesn't change. Like on my securities.
Well, right, because you wouldn't, because it follows the U.S. stock exchange, but. And it depends on your company if it trades internationally or not.
I'll tell you right now, ADT is a good company to get into.
Really?
It's up $2.
Damn.
You know, but
I
only have like 2 or 3 of that. I didn't buy very much because I was fucking stupid and insane in the.
I'm just laughing. Did you say you got your free coins and stuff on Coinbase finally?
Yeah, finally. I got like $30 worth of coin.
Yeah, you'll start out with 30, and then mine's at 45 right now.
Mm-hmm. XLR is doing really well, or is it XLM?
I think it's XLR.
XL, whatever it is, it's lumens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's one of the ones you get for free.
We totally took a left turn. It's okay though, because honestly,
so did the country.
I'll tell you what though, like with the media and how they, between the both.
Why is the media not talking about XRP?
Why are they talking about any crypto for that? Like you've heard Bitcoin just barely in the news. Bitcoin's like insane right now, but the thing is, supposedly, like I said, I was telling him about this. According to experts, Bitcoin is due for a crash because the thing is, it's not actually like, what do they call it? I can't think of the correct words, but they're saying is like, since XRP actually has a significant use. Like Bitcoin,
it might make Bitcoin obsolete.
Maybe
not obsolete, but
it could knock it from its first spot.
Because right now Bitcoin is the preferred crypto, correct?
Oh yeah, easily. It's like number one is Bitcoin, second one is I believe Ethereum, and then third one is like, what's the other most popular?
I can't remember, but
XRP. Buy it.
Maybe soon. Hey, I'll take number 3.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm sitting here imagining, like, what if I had hell, if even I had 1 Bitcoin back in, like, 2008.
$1.74 right now.
Fuck. I'm watching myself lose money.
Dude, I literally bought $100 worth of Doge, and it's sitting at my account right now is like at $220.
Yeah, because it keeps going up.
Well, it wasn't then, and I just bought it, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it. And it's grown. So I'm like, hey, my little baby's growing up.
Yeah, but you were saying that one was going to...
Well, I don't know anything about Doge. Like, it's legit a meme. It is legit. There's nothing behind it.
Hey, if we learned anything from GameStop, follow the memes.
Most of them.
Like,
AMC might be a dead cat. But...
I don't know about that.
I hope not.
Well, because they're finally starting to get newer movies coming in.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Even if they don't have a squeeze, I'm still going to make some money once everything is like back in swing.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I've already made money on it. Like, yeah. I got it in when it was like $5 a stock.
Well, when they stop doing this nonsense where they release everything on HBO Max at the same time, which I don't think they're going to do.
I like it, but I want to go back to the movies. But the thing is, I you know, I don't have a problem with being safe, but for whatnot. But I'm like, dude, I don't like being told what to do. Masks and whatnot.
Well, you take it off in the theater.
No, they want you to wear it while you're sitting.
No, they don't.
That's not what. When me and my wife went last time.
Where did you go?
AMC.
Which one?
I think it was Washington.
Oh, don't go to that shithouse.
That's probably why then.
Yeah.
That's Marion County, isn't it? Yeah, that's.
That is Marion County. Well, no, so the one I went to is technically Marion County.
AMC 17.
Yeah.
I love AMC 17.
Oh, I love it. It's my. Well, it's one.
They're not very busy though.
Well, yeah, but they're limited capacity. But like I saw Kong. I saw Godzilla versus Kong there.
Oh, you did go see it?
Hell yeah.
Did you like it?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. There was some weird shit. Not gonna lie.
I haven't watched it yet because I don't know.
It's good.
I know it's good, but I don't know. I stopped caring for Godzilla a long time ago. I know.
Have you seen any of the new ones?
No.
Oh, that's why.
I'm sorry. No, I saw the first new one, just the Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Then didn't they have a Kong movie?
Yes, but I didn't see it.
Skull Island.
Skull Island. Yeah.
Actually, I lied. I did see that, and I didn't care for it.
Yeah, but that's King Kong. King Kong sucks.
I mean, he got taken down by a plane, right?
Exactly. One plane.
Godzilla can shoot fucking fire from his mouth. And it's not even fire, it's more like a fucking beam.
It's
Clip that.
Well, I like
send it to the internet. Use a hash brown. I'm rewatching.
Hash brown Godzilla spit. But no, I watched it. I liked it enough. It prompted my latest video, the Godzilla one.
Oh, okay.
Which you would have thought it would have been easy to find a fucking Godzilla shirt. No. Fucking nobody had them. Pain in my ass.
You gonna wear a shirt to the showing?
Huh?
You're gonna wear a shirt to the showing?
The Mortal Kombat one?
No.
Oh no, I wanted to wear one for my video because when I do videos, I try to have what I'm wearing tie into it somehow.
Okay.
Podcasts are kind of an exception,
yeah.
And obviously for the Confederate flag one, I didn't have a Confederate flag shirt for obvious reasons, but I did wear something that had to do with America.
By the way, Mortal Kombat comes out in 2 days.
Oh, yes.
It's in 2 days, so
yeah.
We're gonna have to figure out a time to go.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, and then we're gonna do another review because apparently people liked the Snyder Cut review.
Movie review.
On
Report of the Week. Have you seen that guy?
What's his name?
You don't watch enough YouTube, which is okay.
I watch a ton of YouTube, but it's No,
this guy just does food reviews, and he's a little skinny white kid, and he literally is in a suit, and he's entertaining. But he's like, "I'm your host, Report of the Week."
People are gonna be so pissed at this video.
Oh, I hope not, because I try to give people a good shout out. You know, it's like that's why.
No,
I mean something negative.
I mean because of the title.
Oh, I know, right? It's okay though. I mean, they don't like Trump either, so.
Yeah, I'll get our viewers back here and it's like, fuck Trump. There we go. Now we'll try.
Hey, we just got one. No, I'm just kidding.
If only.
Oh man.
I guarantee you that if we put fuck Trump in the
title, it fucking. That's what I said. Like.
You know what we should do?
We should do an experiment.
Just to be assholes, you know what we should do? We should both get Donald Trump masks, and then like put fuck Trump in the title, but then just like be 20 minutes of us just wearing Trump masks and playing like Barry White music in the background.
We can't play any music.
That's right. We can't.
The funny thing is, like right now, I don't think you can get in trouble as long as you just use it because technically right now we're not monetized.
It's never a good idea though.
Yeah, I know. As long as you don't monetize this video in the future.
Well, because what they might do is they might mute it depending on.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. YouTube has free music we can use. I'm sure there's something that sounds
they also have fair use.
Yeah, it depends on how you use it. Music is tricky.
It.
Although I did YouTube, I like it now. YouTube has that new feature where they check the video before you publish it. And I was worried because I used a clip from the 1998 Godzilla movie just for fun. Like it's super small. Like you wouldn't even you'd have to be a super nerd to get the reference. But I was worried. I was like, is that gonna flag it? It didn't. So
got lucky.
Well, no, I mean because it's fair use and it's like literally it's like a second.
Speaking of your channel, have you hit 1,000 yet?
No.
What the fuck? People subscribe to his channel.
I know. Subscribe to my channel. There's some good shit on there.
7 people versus your 989.
Well, I have a feeling most of those people aren't even on YouTube anymore.
Oh shit, yeah.
Because I mean, they're well, and a lot of my high subscriber count is due basically to one video, which is mostly hate.
That million video,
yeah,
like 800,000.
Most people just shit on that granite installation quality.
Hey, it's whatever. It was a good video.
I keep it up there because it still gets the most views, so I'm like, fuck it. Fuck it. Oh, you know what I do need to do? I need to put an end card on all my old videos. Shit, I didn't think about that. Oh.
That makes a huge difference.
It does. I couldn't remember when I fucking discovered that, and I was like, dude, why haven't we been doing this? Oh, wait, we didn't know.
Oops.
Oh, we fixed it now. Now I kind of do it for fun. Like, I'll go and watch one of our clips and be like, I wonder what it'll recommend for me. Spoiler alert, it usually has to do with comic books or nerdy shit.
Which is awesome. Speaking of nerdy shit, obviously you already know this, but I recently acquired several games.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. Oh, I'm sorry, Link to the Past. Jeez, I'm thinking of Super Nintendo. I do have that game, but
yeah, I know you played it.
Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I know. I need to.
I can
finish that. If I have the energy, I can finish that game in about 2 hours.
I need to bring my Ocarina onto the show one night because I can play a couple of those Zelda songs on it. I can play the Song of Time. I can play
Song of Time. That's
oh, it's amazing. Awesome. I can play. I probably don't remember, but I used to be able to play all of. No, I think that was next on the list.
Oh god.
I had Song of Time, Zelda's Lullaby, and then I can't remember the other one.
You play it like this too?
I mean, you have to hold it like that. That's how it's.
No, I mean like rock back and forth. Like
oh no.
Such a good game.
Oh, it's so good. I still, every time I play it, I'm like, God, this was so good.
Literally every time I turn it on, I just flip the power button on, and the Nintendo symbol pops up, and it starts playing music. I literally sit there and just go. Oh.
Good times. What would you say your favorite game of all time is, if you had to pick one?
Oh. Favorite game of all time.
Any system, anytime, anywhere. If you could only play this game for the rest of your life.
Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy II for Super Nintendo. Like it was 2 on Super Nintendo in America, 4 in Japan.
I would have to say mine is a little gem called Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube. The gameplay is okay. I like the gameplay, but I hate turn-based battle systems. I fucking hate them. They're boring. I like to be able to make up for it with my own skill.
What, hack and slash? Because that's all it is.
Basically, no. I got pretty good at it, but no, I like it because of the story. Because it's so funny because it says on the box 80 plus hours of gameplay, and I'm literally like probably 30 hours in, and I'm like, I'm almost done, and then it gives you a complete 180, and you do not see it coming.
Oh.
It's
You're
so
like,
good.
I'm not done.
I was like, what the fuck? I thought maybe it's are they including side quests in this shit? And no, that 80 plus hours is not including the side quests. That's what the plus part is. Well, literally, and I was so obsessed with that game.
Wait a minute, what's this game called again?
Tales of Symphonia.
It sounds super familiar. I feel like I'm seeing... Oh, GameCube, I'm sorry. I never owned a GameCube.
Well, the funny thing was...
I almost did.
I was never one of those hardcore gamers that would play. I think 2 hours is usually my max.
Yeah.
And then I'd just be like, I'm done.
I'm still that way.
I'm that way with most games. However, with Tales of Symphonia, I actually because I was still in high school when I played this game the first time, and I made myself a rule. I only let myself play on the weekends.
You know what? Final Fantasy II is one of my favorite games, but I take that back. Assassin's Creed.
Which one?
Which one?
Don't bitch out and
Revelations.
All of them. Revelations. Okay.
Revelation. To be honest, anyone with Ezio. He was my favorite character. I didn't care for Black Flag. I didn't care for
I heard a lot of people didn't care for Black Flag.
Well, I didn't like the ships. I was like, that made no sense. I was like, I'm an assassin. I was like, why am I fucking boating? Why am I boats and hoes?
Why are we boating?
Why are we boating?
Let's not get into the fact that they just released a Viking one.
Hey, I bet that one's pretty fucking cool.
I heard it's pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed, man, just the time era, the number 2 Brotherhood and Revelations. Like I've played almost all of them. Well, I mean, I did play all of them.
But yeah, I mean, I put a limit on myself because literally I became obsessive with this game. Like I didn't want to stop playing. It was so good.
That's actually the reason why I mentioned Assassin's Creed. I played them night and day until I finished them.
Well, literally what I would do is like I'd get home from school on Friday, and I worked on the weekends. So what I would do, I'd get home from school on Friday, and I would do everything I needed to do, which it wasn't much because I was like, fuck school. It can wait. So I'd play it.
Stay in school, kids.
Stay in school, but like, let's be honest, it's not. This will get some heat for this clip. All you kids out there, I'm gonna be perfectly frank with you. High school doesn't fucking matter. Like as long as you don't flunk out, you're good. I mean, legitimately.
Yeah, I mean,
even if you're gonna be a doctor, like they just don't fucking care. As long as your college results are good, like they just don't give a shit. It's not fucking important. I even took the SAT and I didn't have to because I'd already taken the Ivy Tech entrance exam when we were in high school. It was completely fucking worthless. It was a complete waste of time and $130. I know, but what you do is you go to Ivy Tech for 2 years and then you transfer wherever the fuck you want.
And it doesn't matter what
your it doesn't matter, especially if you're in state. If you're in the state of Indiana, it doesn't fucking matter because all your credits transfer anyway.
Crazy.
It's like why and like
there's loopholes. There's ways around everything.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm not saying don't give zero fucks, but I mean like high school just did like they drill it in you. It's like, oh, if you fuck up here, it's gonna ruin your life. It's not gonna ruin your life. You'll be fine.
Have fun.
I promise.
Have fun.
Don't have too much fun.
You have as much fun as
have an adequate amount of fun.
I had a lot of fun. Not in high school, outside of high school.
Yeah, but anyway, like I was saying, I'd come home Friday night, I'd play it till about 3 a.m. when I just couldn't stay awake anymore. Go to sleep. I'd usually have to get up and go to work, but then I'd come home from work and then I'd do it all over again until
Mickey D's.
My cutoff was I worked at Walmart at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, I was out of Mickey D's. But I cut off at like 5 p.m. on Sunday because I knew if I didn't, I would fucking just keep going.
You're like, okay, I got to do something else.
But yeah, for like about a month, that's like all I did on the weekends. It's fucking good. I still bust out and replay it every once in a while, and it's still good.
You know, do you play it on your flat screen? Your GameCube?
I haven't yet. But do
you still have an older TV?
No, I haven't.
I want to get a quality older TV to be able to put these on because remember how it looked when we were kids and it was like awesome looking?
Yeah.
And it's like, is it because it was like, you know, we didn't have anything to compare it to, so it looked good, or is it because the older TVs would, you know, the DPIs and whatnot?
The older it's both.
I'm sorry,
but the older TVs just had the same. It was that resolution, like it was their max resolution. Whereas, but I put it on my big, giant, way too big for the room TV. But I mean, it looks good.
Do you remember? You remember the TV that Keatle had, like the like square like TV, and we had when I was living there.
Was it a plasma?
No, it was just normal CRT TV, but it was flat. But the thing is, it was a certain type of TV, and we played Super Nintendo on it and whatnot. And,
nice.
Also, the GameCube that he bought, and I think were you over there?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's right. You guys weren't on.
I wasn't talking to anybody. I wasn't talking to anybody at that time, really.
Yeah, that was the girlfriend phase.
No, that was post high school. Yeah.
No.
Oh, it wasn't.
No.
Well, that's why I wasn't at Keatle's. Was the parents thing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so that TV specifically had the best color ratio, and
was it a Sony?
I think so. I think Sony Vega.
Oh, okay. So here's
a flat screen, but the thing is, it was an old box TV.
So here's a really fun nerdy fact for everybody. I am a Sony guy when it comes to imaging. And the reason being is because the color chips that they use in their technology, I'm just a big fan of the chips they use because even like Sony cameras, like everybody loves Canon, but to me the color saturation is inferior to Sony. And I defy you. Sony TVs are the same way, and no, I don't own a Sony TV. I would love to, but
I bought a T3. Who is the T series Rebel?
That's Canon.
Is that Canon?
I think. Pretty sure.
Is it EOD?
I think so.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Canon.
Okay.
And like, don't get me wrong, Canon's great. I'm not shitting on Canon,
I mean,
and their image quality. And to be honest, their image quality is probably a little bit better. But
I was arguing with somebody the other day about cameras, and I was saying that those were quality cameras for the price.
Well, they're quality cameras, period. I don't get Canon, like whatever price range you're in.
No,
Canon
the
is
T-series, the T4,
I gotcha. Yeah.
T5, whatever the fuck they're on now.
Well, but if everyone remembers from
T3000,
if everybody remembers from the Justice League episode, I was talking about the color desaturation and how I didn't like it. It's because, and again, this is my 100% my bias. I like in my movies and
vibrant
photos,
colors.
I like rich, vibrant colors.
Not dead colors.
Exactly. I don't like that. Sometimes it can be done well.
It's depressing.
Well, but and again, if that's the point, then I'm all for it. But I'm sorry, but if you have a scene in daylight and it looks like
Dark.
that, it's just no. I don't like it. I like rich, vibrant, bright colors. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh man, that was a complete. We talked about our topic about 3 times.
We touched on it.
A little bit.
We touched on it. Hey, occasionally.
It's just the title. The title's awesome.
Hey, occasionally you have, and you know the best part is we lead in with. No, we didn't lead in with that. Fuck, it was bullshit.
Nope. I think the thing
is.
Hey,
if you enjoy the Joe Rogan Experience, this is what you're used to.
That's true.
He's like. You know what else the media never talks about? Fucking elk meat.
And how it cures cancer.
He's like, seriously, elk meat and DMT.
It's like, I've got a really bad ankle sprain. Have you tried elk meat? I've got gout. Have you tried elk meat?
I've got gout.
You know, the funny thing is, gout is, anytime I hear someone say they have gout, I'm like, you're an alcoholic. Because that's like legit one of the only ways to get it. I know, like, it can happen in other ways, but legit, and horrible alcoholics they end up with gout.
Yeah, same with liver problems. So it was funny because when my you knew my dad, so you'll find this funny, as morbid as this sounds. When my dad died, I ended up getting like basically the coroner's report. But I got it over the phone. But basically they were like, well, we're not sure if it was lung failure or liver failure. And I'm just like, probably both at the same time.
He was a chain smoker.
Oh, hardcore, and a chain drinker. So I'll put it this way. We took, like, the house was just a fucking wreck even before he died. So yeah, but we, my sister and I collected all the, like the cans, and it wasn't just beer cans, but let's say the ratio was probably about 95-1. And we were really kind of disappointed because he was like 4 pounds shy of 300 pounds. Like, fucking ridiculous. Like the guy at the recycling plant is like, they were having fun with it. Like,
jeez, dude.
Almost 300 pounds of aluminum. Unbelievable. I'm pretty sure Miller Lite's stock dropped after he died.
The funny thing is he was in my work a few times, and I saw him and recognized him.
Yeah, he liked Cadney.
Said what was up, and it was just, and then you told me that, and I was like, whoa, dude.
Yeah, I know he was not in a good spot at all.
Didn't know that. It's wild.
Well, nobody knew because he didn't fucking tell. He didn't fucking talk to people. Sorry, we got real there for a minute. It was years ago, by the way, so it's like.
Has it been?
Yeah, no, it was 2018.
Was it 2018 when he passed?
Yeah. I know it doesn't seem like it. It seems like it was sooner, but
that's right. Yeah. Damn. Holy shit, 3 years.
Yep.
Man, I always think of the Pink Floyd song. I can't remember what the name is, but
that one Pink Floyd song.
10 years got behind you. Nowhere to run. Run? Is it Run? Run Like Hell?
I don't know. I don't particularly like Pink Floyd.
Son of a bitch.
But I will tell you a kick-ass song that you'll probably listen to later is Born to Run, Bruce Springsteen.
Oh my gosh.
Kick-ass song.
Born to run.
Fucking awesome song.
You're an old school guy.
I like it all, man.
Man, I
like it all, man.
I've been into a lot of like pop punk.
Yeah, I know, and you're about to shoot me, so like Falling in Reverse, don't get it.
You're not listening to the right songs.
I'm listening to a few. Like, it's not bad.
What did you listen to?
I don't remember.
Did you listen to Popular Monster?
Yeah, that's one of them that I heard.
That one just makes me want to punch people in the throat.
It's alright. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm just like, eh. I admit, I have weird ass taste in music.
You do. You know, you like Disturbed. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck off. That was Hey, fuck off. That is a great fucking song.
Terrible.
No, it's not.
Hated it.
Compared to the original?
No, I don't care for the original either.
I was gonna say the original sucks.
Well, it's like who redid Bad Company? Five Finger Death Punch?
I think so.
Fucking terrible. Hated it. I was like, I love the original.
Hey, Disturbed covers have always been good though.
Like, what else did they cover?
They covered Shout. They covered Land of Confusion.
Shout was alright. Land of Confusion was good too.
Not that I'm hating on the original
when
from
I hear
Genesis.
Disturbed, I only want to hear one song and one song only.
If you say Down with the Sickness, so help me God.
Dropping Plates.
I hate that song.
Oh, that song is so good.
I hate that song.
The reason that I even fucking knew that song was because of Music as a Weapon tour. And the CD, it had Chevelle's Still Running on it, and it was the one from the Punisher version, and it's so fucking hard. Like, it's much harder than the original. And then I heard Dropping Plates, and I was like, dropping plates, and I was like, dude, this is so sick. I like what are they? I can't think. Breakdowns, and they had sort of a breakdown in that song, like I don't know, if you're not into like the, metal core hardcore scene, you probably don't know what breakdown is.
I just don't know what you mean by the terminology.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you heard the songs, it's like a middle way, and it's just like really heavy riffs, just and that's when people usually crowd kill. They swing.
Oh, I like them too. I've just never heard them called that.
Oh, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, there's always a bunch of songs where, like, I'm sure you're familiar with this, like, it's your favorite part of the song. It's usually an instrumental part that's just random, but for some reason it gets there, and you're just like, and I have so many weird ones.
That's okay.
Oh, this is, I'll out myself on this one, and I don't give a shit because the song is fucking awesome. And I realized I just said that, and now everyone's gonna laugh. So the fucking song from Titanic, My Heart Will Go On.
Oh God.
Okay, but here's the funny thing. There is a kick-ass moment in that song, but it's not in every version. It's only. That's not what I'm talking about. But as far as I can tell, it's only in the single version that was like the promotional version for the movie, because it's in the music video. This part. So there's this random part right as she starts doing the crescendo, the vocal crescendo. There's just this really short guitar. It's not even a solo. It's just like a riff, and it's like.
That was amazing.
But it's like, it's fucking great. Every time it gets there, I'm like, it's coming. I'm like, fuck yeah.
I'm so happy you're happy with such little music. No,
every time the song comes on, I'm like, let's do it.
Hilarious.
Let's do it.
Speaking of falling in reverse, there's one part of this song, and this, I want to say it's a solo, but it's not. It's like part of the thing, but it's like,
almost like just
it's insane. It's just like I've watched the guy play it live, and his fingers move faster than I've ever seen anyone's fingers move. I'm like, how do you do that? It's like, I've been playing guitar for a long time, and I can't do that.
So here's another random one that's less embarrassing. Less embarrassing. Fall Out Boy, My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark.
Don't know it.
Oh, you'd probably like it. It's not quite as hard.
Maybe.
But anyway,
I didn't jump on the Fall Out Boy.
I didn't either, but this is one of their later songs. But it's a really good song. But anyway,
not a scene.
No. No, but there's this random part, and like, it's right before they go into the second chorus, I think. But there's this random moment where they just. I'm not a drummer, so I don't even know what it sounds like. Additional bass drum, but I could be wrong. But there's just random, like, and again, it's not a solo. It's more like just this little aside where there's just like, you can hear it in the background. The drums are just a little bit louder into a boom, doom, 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 doom. kicks ass.
Kicks ass. You know.
There's a delay, and we just saw my.
Well, you're gonna see me do it. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh gosh. Anyway,
it's gotta like every time I start one of the down the middle podcasts, I'm like, hey, are we live? Are we live? Are we live? And I don't see it, but everybody who's watching is like, yes, you're live, dumbass.
It takes 2 seconds for like after you click that thing, it's like literally on there, but the black screen doesn't change because of the delay.
Right.
You know, it's like, man, why is the delay so bad?
It is really bad.
And I hear it's OBS. And there are
probably
other streaming softwares, but I was like, OBS is free and it's awesome. So
yeah, it's awesome. There's nothing wrong with OBS. And then I've even used it, or I haven't used it yet, but I've tested it. I'm gonna be using it. One of these days, I will do a reaction video to something that I find warranted.
I think we need to. We talked about some other videos we're gonna get into. It's just scheduling here.
Finding the time right now is just a pain in the ass. Oh, and I have another. I'll talk to you off air about something we can do down the road to improve the podcast.
Oh, well, that's good for you.
But I figured out how to do it through OBS, and I think it would be pretty cool.
Okay.
But that'll come later. I'd say we're good to wrap it up here shortly because we're just rambling at this point.
We have not talked about what we said we were going to talk about. And it's okay.
See, it's tricky though because we have to pick the title beforehand, but then we just start talking and.
But listen, just if you take anything from this.
Podcasts are harder than they look.
Biden and Trump were presidents. Biden is still president. Buy XRP. Do drum solos with your hands.
Listen to My Heart Go On for that sick guitar solo.
Just a certain version.
Yeah, just be safe. Watch the music video on YouTube. You'll hear it there.
Yes.
And then we're gonna see on the news tomorrow. It's like, oh, the video trending. What the hell?
Oh yeah, XRP. Ah! I just blew. Sorry, headphone users.
Hey, and in all seriousness, if you don't like Celine Dion, go fuck yourself.
My heart will go on.
Legit. Seriously though, if you like, who doesn't like Celine Dion? If you've ever listened to her.
I'm sorry, but you cannot hear that song and not sing along.
Exactly. Sing it like Cartman. Sing it like Cartman.
Oh man. Come share with me.
Yes. I'm sitting away.
That I actually.
It's another really good song.
Listening to that song by Cartman the other day in my vehicle.
But specifically the Cartman version. That's another thing I get a lot of heat for. I'm a Styx fan. Love that shit.
You've always been a Styx fan.
Always been a Styx fan. And everyone's like, what about Journey? Listen, Journey's great. Journey's awesome.
Steve Perry's amazing.
Exactly. But without Styx, you wouldn't have had Journey. I'm sorry. It's true.
Without Styx, you never would have had the Journey.
I mean, you probably would have still had Journey, but it would have been different. I guarantee, because Styx was so different at the time.
Well, if you want to get down to it, if you didn't have Falling... No, I'm sorry, not Falling in Reverse. Actually,
wow.
No, it's his other band.
Well, I know it's all related.
What is their name? I can't remember their fucking name.
And if you wouldn't have had a random factory accident, you wouldn't have metal as we know it today.
Escape the Fate. They were a band in like 2004, 2005, 2006, maybe something like that. And the guy who is in Falling in Reverse actually headed that band, and a lot of your people after that, like, you know, I'm not gonna say Fall Out Boy, but a lot of them like copied their style and did this and that. And
pretty sure Fall Out Boy was before that.
I could be wrong. Fall Out Boy. I was just like getting like.
I could be wrong because the early 2000s and late 90s blend together for me.
Veil and shit like that, like.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
I didn't really care about I loved the fucking emo phase. It was awesome. The music was great. No, the music was great because it was so full of emotion. And, you know, the lyrics kind of didn't make sense. Some of them. Most of them. But neither did any of the music from the 70s or 80s.
Yeah, but they were aided by drugs, not just being weird.
I mean, these young kids.
Yeah, I know they're doing
horrible drugs too.
Spraying spray paint into a bag and sniffing that shit. What did they call huffing? That's what they called it.
Yes, Huffman. That was our teacher. He was a math teacher. Remember that big motherfucker?
Yep.
Sweaty.
Huff Daddy.
Pocket protector.
Did he wear a pocket protector?
No.
It wouldn't shock me.
It was just comedic value. He had a pocket protector. I talked to him about it so he wouldn't shoot me. Thanks for the candy. If anyone knows who Dane Cook is. That's the second reference tonight.
Do what?
I referenced Dane Cook twice tonight. Yeah, we said we were going to stop like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So we're just rambling and bumbling and whatever.
But let's be honest. That's what you come here for.
Yeah, all one of you.
If you don't know it by now, that's what you're here for.
So like we said, buy XRP.
Buy XRP. Donald Trump and Joe Biden are both presidents. And they did things. There are people crossing the southern border.
Yes.
Celine Dion is awesome.
Jen Psaki cannot answer questions.
She can. She refuses to.
Oh, yes. You know, I've seen her in previous things, and she wasn't horrible.
Right, I know, but
she's kind of bitchy. But she's trying to but she's trying to not protect, defend a guy.
Well, yeah.
You know, whose policies are insane.
They should have hired that last, and I can't remember her name, that last press secretary that Trump had.
Oh, Kayleigh McEnany?
Yes.
She was phenomenal.
She was phenomenal.
Sarah Huckabee?
Huckabee.
She was really good, but like she would get like to the point where she would fight back. But McKinney, she did it like classy.
Yeah, but I'd say
she brought a book of well,
she was more aggressive, so she shut it down before it got too shitty.
That's true.
But she had foresight, which again, she had the benefit of like 3 years of foresight.
Plus she was good.
Or hindsight. But they weren't expecting that, which I think she definitely caught them off guard when she was like, and do you want to track this statement and this statement and this statement?
When Sarah went to go do whatever
Sarah
she did.
Huckabee Sanders, that was her name.
Sarah Sanders, yeah. Whenever she left to go do her thing, I was like, oh, who they get the replacement? I was like, oh, this little blonde girl, she's gonna get eaten alive. And then she did the eating.
Yeah, she fucking just, I don't know what that sound was.
It's a media buffet, and I've got a fork.
She's like, I'm here to answer questions, kick ass, and chew gum. I'm out of gum, and your questions suck.
Oh, jeez. All right.
See, we ended on politics. We're good.
Yeah. we didn't start on it, but it's okay.
We always start with an update. Watch the Average Intelligence podcast, damn it.